Well, happy new year. How are you doing, everyone? I hope everyone is well. Thanks for joining me again here at Sparta Fishing. I hope you've had a great Christmas and I hope the start of your year has been fantastic. Mine has. Really been enjoying it, hence I haven't done many videos, to be honest. I've been out a couple of times, but along with a few GoPro glitches where my files corrupted and stuff like that, and being busy with family, lots of people visiting, my sons, my daughters, just had an absolute whale of a time. Really good Christmas and New Year. So I'm back out fishing. I'm on Embleton Beach in Northumberland. I'll talk you through the targets and what I'm using really soon. Got some news to tell you about how 2025 is going to go as far as fishing equipment, places to go, things to see, what I'll be doing, how the channel's going to evolve over this year. Loads of stuff to talk about. So thanks for joining me again. I'll give you some footage from the drone of how beautiful this place is. A beach that I've never fished, actually. I've been on the beach plenty of times with the dogs, with walks with the family, played golf on Dunstanburgh Golf Course, fished at Dunstanburgh Castle. I think I fished north before, but I've never fished on this particular stretch of beach. So wish me luck, and I'll talk you through what's going to happen after you've seen a little bit of beautiful footage of this absolutely stunning sight. Thanks again. A 2-hook flatter. Tried and tested on the beaches. My favourite rig for beach fishing. I've got a 4-ounce grip lead on the bottom there. A big hello to Embleton Primary School, by the way. Their kids are enjoying a lovely day on the beach behind us. I've turned the camera around this way, saved their teachers filling in a load of forms. And they came over, had a little chat, showed them the setup. So anyway, they're having a lovely time across there. My camera's facing completely the opposite way, so I can just crack on without a worry. So, 2-hook flapper. And I actually bought these rigs from Tight Lines Northeast. And I tell you what, their ragworm is superb. Nice juicy ragworm, live and kicking, as lively as hell. Last time I got them from there, they lasted me 2 weeks and I didn't do a single thing to them. I just put them in the fridge, in the newspaper they were in, And honestly, 2 weeks later, I used the last of them. They weren't even on the turn. I couldn't believe it. So big shout out to them for the good bait. Good lads in there, Joe and Chris. Been good to get to know them, and I'll be buying bait from there from now on, especially when it comes to ragworms. So let me get this put on and cast it out, and I'll bring you back for a little bit banter. Right, okay, had a bit of a cross line with Callum over there, so I've moved a little bit further along. It was my fault, I was busy with my other rod and I let it drift. So anyway, this rod is a one that I've never used before. Oh, hello. This one is a rod that I've never used before. It's from Limitless. It is the 4.5 competition, 4.5 meters long, 100 to 220 grams. Casts like a bullet, I've just found out. Excellent. The next rod I'm about to cast out, I'm not sure about this new setup I've got with the trolley with the camera on top. I thought, oh, it'll be a bit of a space saver. I think it's just going to get in the way, but we'll see how it goes. The next one is the good old trusted Limitless Match Lite, which is 13 foot, 125 to 175 grams. Again, 2 hook flapper, and my target today is I'll cast this out and I'll tell you. I don't have to go left, alright? It's drifting. Tell you what, go right. I just want this one short. Right, okay. We are sorted. Swap sides with these rods. Right. Okay. Whew, I tell you what, it's a nice day. It is a nice day, man. Temperature's good, about 10 degrees. I did bring me top coat just in case it got a bit chilly. So yes, welcome to Embleton in Northumberland. I'm targeting a turbot. I've never caught a turbot in my life, not that I can remember anyway. I might have picked one up as a kid, chucked it back without knowing, quite possibly all those days of catching flatties. So I'm using 2 hook flappers, ragworm baits. I have got a little bit of mackerel. I might pick some flounder. I might pick some plaice. I might pick a turbot, a rogue bass. I did catch a bass last week. Now that was fishing on Limitless Beach. Another time where I was out where I didn't really film much, and what I did do, the files were corrupted. But fortunately, that bass is still there, still on the file. So I had a great session with Chris from Limitless. Speaking of Limitless, they are my 2025 sponsor. I will be sporting all of their material. You'll see is using different rods. You know me, I don't jump on bandwagons. It's a brand that I've used over the last 2 years with no connection or affiliation to. And I've loved every moment of every rod that I've been using. I can't pick a fault with their gear and their price point, just everything, their customer service. It's just bang on. So, marriage made in heaven? I don't know. Hopefully I can catch them some fish. So I'll be sort of using a pool of their rods for different scenarios, different places, different targets. I am delighted. My new merch will have the spotter badge and the Limitless logo. Also this year I will be donning the badge of the Lure Factory, which is another local firm. Local is really key for me. Another local firm who do tremendous soft plastics that I use in the for the bass, for the pollock. They've got loads to offer, and the lures are second to none. I absolutely love using them. I've caught me so many fish, and I can't sing their praises enough. So Limitless, Lure Factory, spot on. you'll see me with their logos on, like a walking sort of Hasselhoff along the beach with my logos. So that's 2025 taken care of as far as sponsors go. I'm using obviously the pair of Limitless rods, naturally. It's the first time I've used that Continental. Chris just brought me that up to use today. First impression, yeah, you know, I knew it was going to be a quality build. The quality was never going to be the test. I knew the quality would be there. How it felt, well, first cast, you know, let me get used to it. Let's have a few casts. I don't sing any praises until I've used it over a certain length of time. I haven't caught a fish on it yet. That's another thing. I have on the match Lite, using it on beaches, and that's bang on. Love that for estuaries as well. I wanted a couple of estuary rods. The match Lite is obviously going to be my first port of call, and I was looking for a 3-piece Continental to use on estuaries and beaches and such like. So let's see how I get on with this. Brilliant. What a beautiful day. Come on, the turbot. Oh, I would love to get a turbot. I don't often target flatfish. However, I have had my ear bent a little bit off subscribers and friends, especially my mate Terry. He's like, get out there, man. Now, one thing I wouldn't do is come out and target flatties with a big, heavy pole. It's got to be really light gear for me to do stuff like this. I can't see the point in just bashing away at, you know, and reeling them in like with a winch. So the reels I've got on is a 5,500 Achios GT Spyro, and on the other side it is a little bit big for this, but it'll do. It's the Penn Affinity 7000. They've both got around about £30 braid straight through. Manster W8, which is a braid I love and I trust. So all the ducks are lining up for 2025. I've got a lot of plans, competition wise, travelling to see friends of different parts of the country. I've got Isle of Skye, I've got the top end of Scotland, I've got the west coast of Scotland, the borders, North Wales, South Wales, Devon, Cornwall, Kent, Folkestone, and the place I always forget the name of. Come on, Stephen. What's it called, man? Holderness. The Holderness coast. So a big loop of the country this year. And what I'm doing is, I've decided to sort of not reinvent the channel, but sort of add little bits and pieces to the channel. I'm going to show you a lot more of me travelling, a lot more of the culture of where I'm at, different historic marks, places of interest, a bit of cooking, bit of wild camping, bit of catch and cook. I'm going to document it all. So if you just want fishing and you're not happy with that, then I'm sorry, but I really want to do it. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while now, and I want to incorporate it into the channel. So I'm sorry if that doesn't suit your particular like or whatever. Just cherry pick the fishy ones if you wish. Bless me. Cherry pick the fishing videos. The ones where I travel, they're going to be a lot more inclusive of a lot more activities. And the inspiration from that has come from a channel called YONDER Mountain Adventures. Simon, he is an absolute top bloke. He's a hoot, he's a laugh, he's an idiot, he's funny, he loves his scran. He's very intelligent, he's very wordy. So thanks, Simon. You've basically given me a kick up the backside to say, right, when you're away, include what you're doing outside of the fishing. So I'm going to do that. Nice one, Simon. There's his channel on the screen. Please subscribe to him. Honestly, you'll have a right laugh on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. I do. Check. Doesn't seem to be anything there. I am just over the back of a sandbar, which is about 60 yards out. I'm casting about 100 yards with this. And halfway back, you can just feel it sort of niggle over it. I'm pleased it's not turning cold, because like I say, my coat's soaking. right up the hood and in the neck as well. Typical. If it had been at the bottom, it wouldn't have been so bad because they go over the salopettes I've got on. But the hood's soaking. Pretty much untouched that. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little mackerel tip on it. See if that mixes things up a bit. Got to keep trying different methods. Right, I've just got a single mackerel here which I froze from the summer. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the tail there so I can get a couple of little dice on. That's all it'll take. Just at the bottom of that ragworm. Swoop it through the skin. Should stop on. Fold it over. Let the hook through the other side as well. There we go. Right, so on here, obviously it's still got the 2-hook flapper. There's quite a rip current, believe it or not. The waves are, it's not as flat as anticipated, like I say, it's completely different to what we thought. Ragworm with a mackerel tip on both sections of the trace. I want to cast out right because I'm getting really dragged the other way. At least one of us catching it. How many's that you've had now?
3.
3. How many's Callum had?
1.
1. So it's 3-1. Father and son. Chris against his son Callum. And so it's 3-1-0.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I'm not used to this flatty fishing. I haven't done it for years. Oh, I need a secret tactic or something. Normally I've always got something up my sleeve to sort of think, right, I know what I'm going to do. But I didn't. I don't know. Let's just persevere, see what we're doing. Just keep my fingers crossed. 3. Can I believe it? 3. 3-1-0. Oh. Come on, bite your bugger. So I've had a bit of inside information. Chris just said that was just 25 yards out. Well, I'm chucking it as far as I can. Right then, next cast, it'll be short. Come on, the equaliser. Well, still in the blank. The rod was moving a little bit there, but I think it's just the current. I'm going to have a shorter chuck next time. Just going to plop it in front of us. Two can play that game. Christopher. The tactics are changing. I'm just down to the one rod. I was having trouble with that current, or sort of, well, we're dragging all over each other. One was going one way and one was going the other. But when I was swapping them over, they were gone the opposite way again. So I'm just down to the one rod. Tell you what, I'm just going to flick that back out just into the little stream in front of us. Little short cast, that one. Let's see how it prevails. Come on, the turbot. Bass would be lovely. Beautiful view of the castle from here. It's just absolutely stunning. Sort of, with a low sun, it's slightly silhouetted. It's stunning. What a beautiful place to live, man. Northumberland. I know I always champion Northumberland, but I just love it so much. Look at that. Wow. Good lure fishing off the end in the summer for mackerel. Camera's terrible today. It was a trial and error sort of day with the camera. So I've got it sort of on a mount that bends, and I thought, oh, that'll be great. Camera on there, rod rest on there, all packed. It's been over twice. Luckily, camera and microphone receiver didn't go in the water. My coat did. My coat can dry. The microphones don't dry. So I got away with it. It's good for transporting along a beach or long walks, but I'll be bringing a rod stand next time. Camera mount maybe can stay there because the rods won't be in the way of the camera. But when it's windy, it's sort of wobbling like that. So apologies for the poor camera work today. Now new, you're probably saying, right, okay, I've done a bit of investigative work, and Chris is using a 1 up 1 down rig, smaller hooks than mine. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put on the same as what he's got on. Let's see if I can level these scores. Of course, if I get beat, it was never a competition, but if I win, it was. You know the dance. I'll get this rig and I'll show you it. It's getting blowy, mind. There we go. A 1 up 1 down, ragworm on. Come on, Sparta, pull your thing out. Not a big chuck, just a little one again. Although I am going to go a little bit further than I did the last cast. But not as far as the one I'd done previous to that. We're fishing. We are fishing. Right, let's see if that makes a difference. Yes, the target is turbot, but it'd be nice just to catch a couple of flatties maybe. Like I say, not my type of thing in general, but for a nice day out on the beach, why not? Well, this is like being out with Mr. Miyagi, this. Chris has got another one and I'm still blanking. Maybe there is a bit of knowledge to this game. I thought you just throw out little hooks and reel little fish in. What am I doing wrong? Taking it for granted is probably the main thing. Head scratcher. I'm casting into the same area. Now I'm using the same trace, I'm using the same bait. In fact, my worms are like superb. And he's reeling fish in, and I'm not. Answers on a postcard, please. Maybe he's just a better fisherman. There you are, I said it. Oh, the learning curve. Hey, I tell you what, this might be one of them things where, because I'm not very good at it, I want to try and better myself. I might have to do this again. I need to do some research first. Do I need some bling on those traces? Clearly not, because Chris hasn't got them on. I don't know. Any flatty fishermen out there who've got the superior knowledge, feel free to message me. There's my email address, or you can comment. Aye, head scratcher. The mad thing is, the really mad thing is that when I was a kid, well, you know, early teens, or sort of, well, 11 plus, till I was about 15, 16, I used to fish Blythe Beach. I couldn't get away from the flatties. That's why I sort of didn't really pursue it as I get older. I've sort of all flattied out, if you like. I never even tried for them. I was just throwing bait out, and one flatty after another. In the harbour, the beach, the pier. And now that I want them, sod's law. Sod's law, that's all I can put it down to. Reeling my 6th cast. Let's see if there's anything alive on this. No. Oh, I just went into something there. Picked up a bit of weed or something. No. I don't know. Oh, dear me. I wish I had a plan B. I feel slightly naked fishing for flatties. Got a mate up in Scotland, Phil. He goes fishing for flatties on local beaches with his friend Gordon. They've got a YouTube channel each. They're always good laugh to watch. They love that flatty fishing. I'll put their channels on my screen if you want to see some flatties being caught, because I don't think you're going to see any here today, unless something drastically changes. I'm going to be taking notes watching Phil and Gordon next time. I think Phil normally fishes with a couple of rods, and Gordon normally fishes with about 36 or 37 rods, so they always do well. Right, I'm going to put a little bit more mackerel on there, because I've seen my friend Douglas, again, he's got a channel as well. He's done some really good videos on flounder fishing and turbot fishing, and he likes to put a little cube of mackerel on. So Douglas, I'll try not to let you down, mate. Oh, the water's beautiful. It's clear. It's a crisp day. It's almost like a end of spring, getting into summer sort of day. It's just stunning. Hey, I met up with a lad, Paul. Must give a shout out to Paul. He's got a channel called Northumberland FOLKERY, and we met up on the beach the other day. Here's a little clip.
This morning.
It is. Here's Paul from Northumberland FOLKERY.
Hello,
so,
you alright?
You want to tell me about your channel, what you do? And
so basically, I just go around local places, just turn up and
just rock up.
Just chuck a lure or a bait and see if I can pick anything up. It's pretty not much planning to it, it's just a case of turning up and seeing what the crack is. A bit of an adventure and stuff, so still learning the bait fishing stuff as well. But lure fishing's like my forte, basically. That's what
I was telling them that earlier, like I said, that's why we sort of hit it off in conversation to start, didn't we? We've already planned a trip.
We have. We're going to be going on a few trips, so it's looking forward. Hopefully you can get us onto some big fish instead of the little tiddlers what I usually catch. It'll be nice. So
I can get you on a good pollock. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Cod wise, I think I'm just a sort of chuck it and see sort of fisherman when it comes to winter. Part-time fair weather fisherman.
Me too, mate. Me too.
In the winter,
but I much prefer the light nights and the nice weather and stuff.
It's magic, isn't it?
It is. So, but basically, go and have a watch if you watch what not to do when you're fishing. So.
There's his name on the screen. Aye, so that's Paul and that's his channel. Good luck with your channel, Paul. I know you started it not too long ago, so if I can give you a bit of a leg up, then great. Hopefully a few of my subscribers will subscribe to you and watch how your progress goes. Me and Paul have got plans to do stuff together this year. Really looking forward to it. He's a smashing lad. I also had a trip out with my friend. He's got a little boat. We just fished inshore, just locally sort of. He's based at Seaham. We come out the harbour there and we just fished along there. It wasn't really productive, but we did get a couple of fish. No massive, but I enjoyed it all the same. So thanks to Jordan for taking me out. Much appreciated, mate. Top man. So I think that's about you all caught up with what I've been doing. My days, this is getting desperate now. All this for a bloody flatty. Oh yeah. I haven't even seen a bite. This feels weightier. Oh, if this is a fish, I'll be absolutely buzzing. Please be a fish. Any fish, anything that wriggles. Just anything. Been here about 3 hours now and I ain't seen a thing other than on my left hand side where Chris has been reeling in some flatties. Surely this has got to be a fish. I can't feel any fight, but I can feel weight. I hope it's not just a bit of weed. It's so responsive, the rod's got a lovely tip on it. I like that bit already. Oh, I think it's a fish. It's a fish. Get in. Oh, you little beauty. That's a nice one. Oh, it's two. There's two. There's two. Right, let's get this sorted. I'm off the blank. Yippee. Right, give us a second. Right, first of all, here is number one. So he's got a rough middle. Just remind me, Chris, come in here, please. So he's got a rough bit in the middle. So that's a dab, isn't it? That's a dab. There we go.
Oh, flounder, that one.
That's a flounder. So that's a flounder. And this one, which is a bigger one, which is really meaty.
Nice one, that.
Really chunky. There we go. And that's a flounder as well, aye. So you can see the sort of faded spots, which represent a place, don't they?
Aye.
But they're like trying to pretend to be one.
Aye.
Nice one. Well, I've got a degorging tool, which I'm going to now put into practice. Right, okay, so I've got this little tool here. Now first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the line, I'm going to go into the back, into the side gill, sort of find that line. Try not to touch the gill plates. Out its mouth, and then put the line through that little loop there. Pull that back through so I can pull the line, so I'm basically pulling the hook the other way. So that hook now is facing the other way. So that hook now is the other way. I've turned the hook around. I haven't got my glasses, like, I didn't think I'd need them, but I do. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the hook. I'll keep the hook pulled that way. I'll go back through its mouth, find that hook, then there you go. There's the hook out. Not bad, eh? First time on camera. That's one done. I've got a bucket there, I'm just going to put them in the bucket to recover. Right, he's recovering in the bucket. Now the second one, again I'm going to go back through the gill without touching that. Try not to touch the gill plates themselves. Just get that line on my little tool, pull it back through its mouth. So basically I'm turning the hook around, got both bits of line there. Right, I've turned that hook around, pull that back through there, get that out of the way. Now go into its mouth to grab the hook from the other side because it's facing the correct way now. Put the line back through that this little tool. Should be able to grab it like that. There we go, it's out. Spot on, the fish is undamaged, no blood, and I'm bloody chuffed. I didn't think I was going to do that on camera, but I suppose I had to at some point. We'll get these two little beauties back. Here we go. No blood whatsoever. Hey, I'm buzzing about that. There we go, the tide will take them, bit of water and they'll be gone. Just let them rest in the shallows there for a split second. Great stuff. Well, I'm happy about that. Oh, the camera angle's not great, is it? I apologise again. First time degorging on camera. Literally, I haven't had much practice. Like I say, unfortunately as kids, the old fellas, well, I just cut the hook off, get it back. The hook will dissolve. The hooks don't dissolve, it's as simple as that. They never have and they never will. How many traces you found on beaches, old traces, and the hook's still perfectly formed. Months it would take to dissolve if it does dissolve. It's certainly not a couple of days. So, good to get the hook out, and obviously that's good practice that I'll be using in the future. I'll get quicker at it, of course you will. A bit more practice. Practice makes perfect. So I hope that wasn't too much of an eyesore me doing that, but I got them out successfully. They're not bleeding, undamaged, and they're way back. Spot on. Really started howling now. This might be the last chuck. There's nothing on this one. It's absolutely howling now. And there's dry sand. Obviously I'm further up the beach, the tide's been coming in, and there's dry sand getting whipped off that beach behind me, so it's hard to face the camera. Nothing that time. Whew. Right, well that's the end of that. Thanks very much for watching. I packed up there, the wind was wisping the sand up and I could barely look at the camera for the sand blasting in my face. So thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that little session, little beach session. It was lovely to get out with Chris and Callum from Limitless. Good to catch up, you know, speak about what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to be showing the rods and stuff like that. You know, obviously I told you earlier, I'm an ambassador for Limitless now and a team member, so I'm delighted to do that after, you know, almost 2 years of sort of chatting to them and using their products. So I hope my opinion's valid, because I've sort of validated over the last you know, a year and a half or so. I trust their rods, I trust all their products, and I can't wait to start using more of their rods in different scenarios. So brilliant stuff to them. Big thumbs up to Limitless. Thanks very much for taking us on board. A shout out, I give a few shout outs to YouTubers throughout this video. All the links for their channels will be in the description. Also a big shout out to Mick from Setting the Hook. I met him the other day. We had a good catch up, a good hour's chat down the harbour at Blythe. Made a new friend for fishing. Likewise with Paul from Northumberland FOLKERY. And obviously the list down below of the channels you subscribe to. And I want to mention as well, David from Full Circle Angling, he'd done a fantastic review on a Trident product the other day, which is going to make a real difference to when I'm using pulley rigs. You know, the reason I don't really like using pulley rigs is because of the sort of the 3 foot sort of slack that a fish can get, whereas this Trident product that Trident have developed, the shape of it, the way it runs and everything like that, I'll put a link to David's video in my description so you can have a look at that, because I think it's invaluable, and David's tried and tested these products, so he hasn't just picked it up and said, oh, this is brilliant. He's been using it for about a year now, so thanks to David for that review. Well done, mate. Means a lot to everyone, I'm sure it does. You know, little things like that can make a world of difference when you're fishing, so top man for that. Aye, and well done to all my other friends that are YouTubers and non-friends. I watch a lot of YouTube, watch a lot of fishing videos, and you know, if I see them getting great views, I'm over the moon for them. You know, YouTube isn't a competition at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if my mate Paul gets 1 million views and I get 1, makes no difference to my channel, and vice versa. So congratulations to everyone that's doing well, getting their subscribers, getting their great views. Magnificent. I'm chuffed for you. Well done. And if I can give you a shout out, I will. If I can give somebody a leg up like Paul from Northumberland FOLKERY, I'll do that. No problem at all. Like I say, his channel doesn't affect mine and mine doesn't affect his. It's all happy. So well done to everyone, and thanks to all the viewers that are making that happen for myself and for all the other YouTubers around. It's great that there's fishing videos to cherry pick and watch, because you know, if you're like me, you don't really watch much on the normal telly, maybe sport, but other than that, like, I just watch stuff that I enjoy. I can cherry pick on YouTube, which makes it all the better. So nice one, well done, and I hope I'll get out soon. Hopefully I'll be out over the next few days and get another video done with my mate Gary. Hopefully, we've got a plan. If it comes into fruition, you'll be the first to know about it on a video. So thanks very much, and remember, if you want to know if there's fish out there, get out there. All the best. Cheers.